YouTubies. Look who it is, Psychic Bob. I'm back. Well, I'm sorry I haven't been with you guys for the past few days. You know, my allergies really laid me low. But I made an amazing recovery. And I want to say thank you to all of you who sent prayers for my healing, who did magic for my healing. You guys are awesome. I'm out today. I'm walking in the sun. As you can see, it is a beautiful day here. The sky is bright, the sun is high, and I'm feeling good. I can't believe how quickly I recovered. I did take some allergy medicine, but usually those don't work for me. I really credit a lot of my healing to all of you, and so I want to say thank you. For the last 2 days, I've practiced being quiet, and I've been walking. You know, a great teacher once said to me, if you're ill, try to sweat it out. And luckily, it's been hot here. So I've been out walking and sweating, and I really feel like it's purified me. So here I am, and listen, I'm clear. You don't hear any congestion. I'm not sniffling, I'm not coughing. I'm doing all right. You know, illness forces us to slow down. We have to stop our normal routine and adjust our way of living. The wonderful thing is that during my time of illness, since I wasn't talking to people, I communed with the Spirit. And I thought about the energy that I was feeling as I was out walking. You know, Mabon is coming next week, and the seasons are shifting. And I can feel already the undercurrent, you know, in the air, just a soft coolness, even on the hot days. Like today it's in the 80s here on the east coast of the United States. But even though it's warm, there's still a slight undercurrent of cool air. It's really fascinating. I've been feeling the earth. It's like the earth underneath my feet is getting ready to hibernate. It's almost like you feel like energy is hunkering down, getting ready to take a nap. You know, as I've observed the trees, do you remember a few weeks ago I showed you this bush here? Look, all the blossoms are gone almost. It's getting ready to hibernate, and so it's closing down. That closing down energy is something that we can all learn from. You know, I had a teacher one time said, humans have it backwards. We work all through the winter so that we can take vacation and play in the summer. But really, our bodies are meant to rest in the winter. So we should work during the summer and then take our vacations in the winter. I don't think the tourist industry would like me saying that too much, in the travel industry, but I do think there's some truth to it. As I walk by this nature preserve here, there's kind of a quiet that's settling in. It's almost like the birds are less active. I don't see the butterflies now. The plants look like they're kind of fading a little bit. Nature has its natural cycles. And I think if we can learn to honor those cycles, we'll be in harmony with the earth, and really in harmony with the natural order of our own lives. We really can learn from the trees and the bees and the birds. I don't know, I was thinking about that, like how to order my life recently. It's something I meditate on now. You know, I was thinking about the ancient gods, and every time I walk through this field, it reminds me of the old portraits of the ancient worship of Pan. People used to gather in fields and offer libations to the gods and dance. The worship of Pan was always merry and uplifting. I like that. I think we need a little more of that in this world. I mean, there's nothing wrong with solemnity and all of that. But I think after, enough solemnity, you need to break it up. So I've been quiet the last few days. And now I'm ready to be a little more wild and free, I suppose. It got me thinking about the god Pan recently. And so I set up a small little shrine to him. So when we get home, I'll show that to you. But I can't help but thinking about coming out here and setting up a little shrine. Maybe I'll do an outdoor Pan ritual. I think that would be fun. Of course, where I live, because it's the police state, they'd probably come and try to arrest me. First Amendment. Anyways, it's good to walk though. And I'm glad that you guys are walking with me. This is why I think Wicca is making such a profound impact on many people today. People know innately that we are connected to the earth. The myth that Pan is dead, if you follow Wicca, is simply a myth. It's a rumor spread by the unenlightened, for we know that the great God is eternal and is reborn every year. This is why I love the ancient ways. They bring life to all of us. They help us to see and to know that we are more than just material beings. We are beings whose very essence shares in divinity. I like that. Lord Pan is believed to be lord over all the wild animals. And if you look down here, there are a whole bunch of geese just resting, having a midday nap. They're under the domain of Lord Pan. And across the way you see more. There was an old book about Pan called Wind in the Willows. And as I sit here on the banks of this river, and the wind blows through the soft trees and the weeds and the willows, I'm reminded that the great god Pan is still with us. So I'm going to head on back home. I think the storm's coming. It's getting overcast and cool. I'm going to have a cup of tea, and we'll take a look at my Pan altar. So come on along. Behold Pan, Lord of the woodlands, great God of all that is. Hey Tubies, just want to show you my little shrine I set up to honor Pan today. I put this at my Sabbath altar, since at the Sabbaths we always honor the transitioning of the Lord. And since we're coming up on Mabon, which is the second harvest, I thought it'd be appropriate to set up something for the Lord here. So as you can see, I've got Pan here, and I'll walk you through some of the items. Here, of course, we have his picture, and my Pan picture is Pan playing his pipes. Right here in front of it, I've set a beautiful little red candle. Traditionally, green is the color for Pan, but I can't find my green candle, so I don't know what happened to it. But I'm probably have to buy another one. But that's okay. I don't think Pan minds red, because he's also considered a lord of the sun. And I've put out a little offering plate here, and let me show you what I've got on this offering plate. What I have here on this plate, I've offered to Pan a beautiful crystal, because he's the Lord of nature, and I wanted to give him something from my collection, so I offered that to him. And then I'm consecrating this charm to his honor. This is known as the mano cornuto, which means the horned hand. This is a hand signal that was done by the ancient pagans to honor Pan. It's also a mighty protection, and it means that you can cast off evil. It's like an invocation of Pan. And so when you hold your hands like that, you're honoring Pan. That's an ancient symbol. And that's what this is. It's a little hand doing the horn sign. So I've got those here on the altar offered before Pan. I've also got an incense burner, which I ran out of cone incense this morning, so I've got to buy some more of that today. And then I've got my bell. Ringing a bell is a wonderful way to purify an altar space. And it's a way to call the gods to attention, to let them know that you're summoning them. In India, they oftentimes ring bells during their worship service. This is a beautiful little silver-plated bell that I have with a pentacle on it. Isn't that beautiful? So I ring that for Pan. That's my way of calling Pan. The best altars to Pan really are set up outside, and that's why I'm thinking about going and setting up an outdoor altar and having a little outdoor offering to him. But for today, I think this is a nice little offering, and it helps me to feel closer to Pan. So you see, Tubies, to set up a little altar to Pan, it's not difficult. It's very simple. I thought you'd like to see that also today, to honor Pan, I've got on this cute little pendant. This is a little silver Pan that I've got. See, this is him in his young form. He's got his little cloven hooved feet, and he's playing his flute. And I also have a little pentacle here I've put on the chain as well. So we got Pan and the pentacle, signs of the Wiccan faith. But you know, with Mabon coming, it's got me thinking about the Lord and transformation. And you know, as we look outside and we think, well, everything's dying, remember that Pan reminds us that the great Pan is not dead, that he lives again. And so when you see this fall setting in, have hope. And remember that all of us share in that power, that mystery of eternal life. Well, you guys are awesome. I'm so glad you're here. And I want to say thank you to all of you who've come out to my recent videos. And thank you for your patience this last few days as I've recovered. I really sincerely mean it when I say thank you for all of your prayers and your candle lightings and your well wishes for me. Psychic Bob's back. Of course, I know there are some people out there going, damn, he lived. But hey, that's the way it goes. It's a force of good here at Spirit Channel. It really is. Also, you know, I hadn't done my horoscope column the last few days because I took a break from everything. And I think it's really helped me to restore myself. But today, on Sunday, starting today, horoscopes are now back. So if you go there today to my website at robert-hickman.com, you can get your horoscopes as well. Well, you guys rock. Thanks for being here. I love you. Keep it here tomorrow on Monday. We're going to have something. I haven't decided what yet. You know, I haven't put any energy into planning because I really have wanted to work on healing. So we're going to just play it by ear. We'll see what tomorrow brings. But I do know one thing we're going to talk about tomorrow, which is going to be exciting. We're going to have a contest here. We're going to be having a drawing, and I'm going to announce all that tomorrow. So make sure to be back here on Monday for our next video. And you're going to learn about a special contest where you can win a special prize. Thanks for being here. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being part of my world. I live because of all of you, and I'm so thankful. Well, I think I'm going to relax. I decided instead of hot tea to have cold tea, so I'm working on my Lipton iced tea, and it's awful good. This is not an endorsement. I'm not being paid by Lipton. I just love that tea. Anyways, I'll see you back here tomorrow. Blessed be.